geek abomination! By the one true sky, what is this madness?
The Githyanki is the source of our protection against the Absolute. I must subdue him, or everything we've worked towards is lost. Don't let my form deceive you. I am the one that's been protecting you. I am the one that came to you in your dreams. Help me. You saved the Asima Night Soul from her soul cage. You let me live last time you were here, though it brought Blackheath's wrath upon you. I told you about my room in the Elsong Tavern that night when you helped me. I was vulnerable. You comforted me. Your continued existence as yourself, and not a mind flayer, should be all the proof you need. Now, help me. The God. Destroy the God. They prevent me from subduing their master. Do it now!
Aid an illithid against Githyanki? We cannot. We must not!
Your blind loyalty will be your undoing, Lae'zel. Fight with me for your own survival. Together, we can turn the tide.
My move.
Destroy the Honor God.
Take you.
I should get these wounds taken care of. I'm ready. Just like old times.
Take you. Let me strike true.
Let's turn someone inside out. Be quick.
I must regain control over the Githyanki prince.
Astarion, no! A little help, please. Take you.
The dance macabre. Step quick. Let's find some prey.
Summon the Githyanki. Quickly.
much longer.
I've missed this. Now they see me.
Hurry! The guard must fall.
A little help, please.
Let's have some carnage.
Too close. Don't look at me like that. I am a mind flayer, yes. Without me, you would be a slave to the Absolute.
It's obscene to owe my life to a damned geich. No more lies, no more tricks. I will have answers!
It was necessary. Rare are those that would openly consider a partnership with a mind flayer. Even those who are on a path of becoming one. I was someone once. Someone just like you. An adventurer. I came from Baldur's Gate, though I was never one to be constrained by circumstance. I longed for more. That longing brought me to Moonrise Towers on a search for treasure. To a colony of mind flayers who caught me, changed me into what I am now. For years, I served the Elder Brain, the one you know as the Absolute. I was a thrall like any other. I sustained myself on criminals. Unglamorous, but there are plenty of them, rarely missed. And they fueled me while I did my work. I had the good fortune to meet Duke Stillmain. We formed a partnership, and through her, I became the governing force behind the Knights of the Shield, the largest mercantile operation in Baldur's Gate. People referred to me as the Emperor. Such was my influence. Though of course they had no idea what I really was. My needs were sated. I was happy for a while. He tore me from my home and brought the name was intended as a slight, to remind me of the heights from which I fell. But I have grown fond of it. It encapsulates well Prince Orpheus, son of the first leader of the Githyanki.
Orpheus? Impossible. He was slain by Justil Kithrak himself.
Quite possible, I assure you. His power has been the source of your continued protection against the voice of the Absolute. The power to disrupt hive-mind communication. It is the same power that enabled Orpheus's mother to bring about the fall of the illithid empire eons ago. A power she passed on to him, and that I leveraged for you. When Orpheus's mother left, a usurper took her place. Blackith declared herself queen of the Githyanki. Blackith wanted his power, but Orpheus rose against her, and so she sealed him and his honor guard within this prison. Bound by infernal chains, Orpheus could never leave. Bound by duty, his guard never would. They were close to breaking my hold on that prince. And if they had succeeded, we would be lost. I am relieved. You have embraced your potential enough that you could help me eliminate them. Alone, Orpheus will be much easier to control. Most certainly Orpheus. Some Githyanki.
I don't.
Your histories are fabrications. The prince was not killed. As you can very well see, he was in prison. She kept him this way because she was reluctant to eradicate such power. Power that she might one day wish to take from him. If the Githyanki ever find out what she has done, there will be civil war. A very good question. That Orpheus lived in that Gortash, but it was important. The moment I found, I realized what the prison... While my body was within the prison's bounds, all I needed to do was subdue Orpheus and find allies in the outer world. You. That would be it. The moment
Even though
you carry a tadpole. As far as Orpheus is concerned, you are already illithid. You are already more illithid than you seek to revert. Even if my original... As an illithid, I have far surpassed who I ever was before. You, too, should embrace this change. I believe we'll have a better chance. I've been stuck. You have seen. If you let me, I can evolve you. The answer is twofold. Two. So, do you wish to evolve or not?
even as you say the words, you feel it.
I felt that. It wants to evolve, but it cannot do so alone. It must commune with another.
The tadpole screams for growth with... If you let it, it will evolve you. Just as the Emperor said. tadpole screams for growth with painful intensity. It has been starved of life, of purpose. It welcomes your probing like a void waiting to be filled. If you let it, it will evolve you, just as the Emperor said. The tadpole screams for growth with painful intensity. It has been starved of life, of purpose. It welcomes your probing like a void waiting. If you let it, it will evolve you, just as the Emperor said. The tadpole screams for growth with pain. If you let it, it will evolve you, just as the Emperor said. A wave of disappointment, stronger than any you've ever felt. And then, stillness. You have resisted your illithid instincts. For now.
You are not ready yet. Keep hold of it then, until you are. It has enough vitality to further your evolution, and your allies. Perhaps you will be more inclined to try it when you see more of what our enemy can do. But we mustn't lose focus. We need to resume our journey. You heard the Chosen. The brain has gone to the city, and the army marches to follow. We must not let them reach it. We must find the brain, and bring it under our control.
Watch the shadows. Into my pocket. Excellent. Don't mind if I do. Let's see here. A little tete-a-tete.
Orpheus, Gith's only son. He lives. It is not the Geich visitor that Vlaakith would destroy and Voss would set free. It is Orpheus, the blood of the mother, the prince of the comet. Listen close. The Emperor spoke only in half-truths. For you to know the tale of Orpheus, you must know the tale of Gith and of Vlaakith. Long ago, when we rose up against our Geich slavers, Mother Gith made for the Hells to secure an alliance with the archdevil Tiamat. Tiamat gifted the Githyanki our red dragons. Gith remained in the Hells, and Tiamat's envoy proclaimed Vlaakith our ruler. The first Vlaakith of many. It is Vlaakith 157 whom my people now call Queen. Orpheus is Gith's only son. He led his mother's own honor guard in a coup against Vlaakith I. It was Kithrak Voss himself who slayed the prince in vicious battle, or so the Varshes teach us. Yet the Prince of the Comet's been with us, subdued by that repugnant illithid. Should Orpheus go free, he would tear Vlaakith's empire to pieces and build new glory from the scraps. seed and the sower. Every word Voss spoke, he spoke true. Orpheus is the living proof of the Queen's lies, and the living weapon that conquered our Geich slavers. One word from his lips, and the people would doubt. 2 words, and they would rage. 3 words, and they would bow to the true heir. If the Githyanki are to be free, the Prince of the Comet must lead the way. What about him? The historical slates describe Orpheus as a fearsome, terrible creature, powerful beyond measure, and enthralled by the Geich. So mad with power, he'd smash through the Githyanki Empire and deliver the shards to his illithid masters. And glowing with such psionic force that he and his red dragon blazed a trail through the skies. A lethal comet careening towards my people. Lies, of course. Vlaakith spread a false image of Orpheus as monstrous betrayer, and her knights as the butchers who sliced him through. She was right to fear him, I'll grant her that. So great is the comet, it could shatter her reign. The Emperor may be loathsome, but it's right. Orpheus can disrupt a Geich hive mind. A talent like that makes the Prince a powerful shield and a powerful weapon. Why destroy a weapon like that, when you can contain it in a relic and keep it for yourself? A weapon is only an asset for as long as it isn't pointed at you. The means of Vlaakith's own end has been ripped away from her. Better to have Orpheus killed than to risk his escape. Better to risk the rise of illithids than let the Prince of the Comet deny her the godhood she craves. Orpheus is honor guard, loyal to the end. Trapped by Vlaakith in the same prism holding their noble prince, fruitlessly hacking at the sphere that contains him. They see us as Geich, tadpoled husks in the Emperor's thrall. I regret their deaths, but I pledge to live as they perished, in the service of Gith's son. Very well.
So, there's been a mind flayer inside the artifact, or astral prism, the whole time we've had it. Sounds like utter madness, even though I've seen it with my own eyes. The more I learn, the less I understand just why I was sent to retrieve that thing. But it matters little now. I do not serve Shah anymore, nor the Mother Superior. The prism is no longer my mission. Saving my parents is. But I digress. Did you want something? Fine. What's on your mind?
The dog is unable to speak through the small bag he holds in his mouth.
I don't know. Maybe you can tell me. All I know is I thought of you when I saw it. Master? Friend. I stayed with him until I knew he was gone. I'll never forget him. But I'm glad to have met you.
How delicious. There they are.
Gods. A mind flayer's been getting their tentacles all over our dreams this whole time. I'm really not sure about putting any trust at all in this thing. It's already shown itself a liar. I've got my eyes on the Emperor, and Karlach doesn't blink.
Let's be quick.
must find where Gortash and Orin have established themselves, and take their nether stones.
Tread carefully.
The city is close now. My former peers will be watching, no doubt. Waiting for my return. We should do what we can to find them. What they know could help us.
A little souvenir.
Oh, enough waiting. I crave blood.
Whatever comes, I'm ready.
Sharp as ever.
Keep your distance, darling. Step quick.
What's that?
What have we here? What's in here?
Eager for battle.
A hero at heart. One move ahead.
Someone there? Don't linger. It's mine now.
Excuse me. I can't find my mum.
You're going to hire all the refugees? Just like that?
Nearly there now.
She was sick. She had spots on her face and hands. She went to go get some herbs, and she was supposed to come back the same day. That was last 10 day, though.
Seeing that for days, my feet hurt.
I know, little one, but you'll be in a big, cozy bed soon enough.
You'll have everything you want for supper. All the treats your tummy can handle.
I'm never allowed sweet things right before bed.
What are you calling this?
One time we'll make an exception. As long as you stop sulking and start walking right now.
Mate, there is so much wrong with that name.
Nearly there now. You can see the city. Up on the hill.
See it? It's up there and we're down here.
With no coin and nothing to do.
That's why we need to walk just a
Going to
little
hire
more.
all the refugees.
One foot in front of
Just
the
like
other.
that.
Seeing that for
Guards blow like petards. They don't help us.
You'll be in a big,
Out of this.
cozy bed soon enough.
It's the right thing to do.
Everything you want for supper.
Everyone deserves the
All the
chance to make
treats
some
your
coin.
tummy can handle.
I'm never allowed sweet things.
Wow. Thanks. My mum would like this. She's the best cook in the world. And she taught me too. I'll look for her. I think she'll probably come soon. Thanks a lot.
What are you calling this business?
Nearly there now. You can see the city. Up on the hill.
See it? It's up there and we're down here.
There is so much wrong
That's
with
why
that
we
name.
need to walk just a little more. One foot in front of the other.
Seeing that
I'll
for
just
days,
help
my
myself.
feet hurt.
I know, little one, but you'll be in a big, cozy bed soon enough.
You'll have everything you want for supper. All the treats your tummy can handle.
I'm never allowed sweet things right before bed.
This one time we'll make an exception. As long as you stop sulking and start walking right now.
Thing to do, isn't it? Everyone deserves the chance to make some coins.
Nearly there now. You can see the city. Up on the hill.
See it? It's up there and we're down
Welcome to Rivington, South Coast Way, North Worms Crossing.
One foot in front of the other.
Can't talk. I'm sorry. The little one needs all of my attention.
There is so much wrong with that name.
Nearly there now.
Do you know where we're going? What kind of inn is it? Will there be feather beds?
Nearly there now. You can see the city.
We told our son that this is a holiday to spare him the truth. We don't have homes to go back to.
Nearly there now. You can see the city. Up on the hill.
See it? It's up there and we're down here.
Turn back, citizen. No passage in this direction.
I know.
It's bloodier than a butcher's backyard out there. piles of dead absolutists, and a few of our own as well. The cultists assaulted the gate, armed to the teeth trying to break in. They nearly had it too, before the Steel Watch intervened.
As long as you stop sulking and start walking right now.
A little more than that. You'll see for yourself soon enough if you head to the city.
Nearly there now. You can see the city. Up on the hill.
See it? It's up there and we're down here.
That's why we need to walk just a little more.
You'll be in a big, cozy bed soon.
Anything you want for supper? All the treats you
We'll make an exception. As long as you stop sulking and start walking right now.
No passage this way, I'm afraid. Turn back. It's for your own good.
Nearly there now. You can see the city. Up on the hill.
See it? It's up there and we're down here.
If I was a Sharan lookout, this is the sort of place I'd wait around.
An earthquake, perhaps. Strong enough to rouse the dead, too.
Nearly there now. You can see the city. Up on the hill.
See it? It's up there and we're down here.
That's why we need to walk just a little more. One foot in front of the other.
Seeing that for days. My feet hurt.
I know, little one, but you'll be in a big, cozy bed soon.
You have anything you want for supper. All the treats you're talking about.
Oh!
Blacketh's well be done.
Bloody coward. Don't look away. I know it's you.
My! The fates move in strange and scrumptious ways. I am delighted to see you again. After our little interlude at last light, I was worried you'd gone quite mad. And mine. And mine. Though, one thing I find quite distasteful is being kept outside our intended city. I'd quite like to get inside, but it's difficult to shuffle your way to the top of the queue when you're, well, as big as an ox. But what if I was smaller, more discreet? Maybe then a kind soul might bring me through. Right in their little pocket? I don't think you want to travel this road, my friend. Whew. This day has ended so much better than it started. Now, you don't worry about me. I'll be a good, quiet little apple you can tuck into the corner of your pack, just until we're inside the city walls. Hail, Cyric! I can't wait to get inside.
What a day.
A hero at heart. And I'm off.
Watch your back. Go.
Nearly there now. You can see the city. Up on the hills.
Refugees can't stay here in Rivington. They're a danger to all of us.
We've got diseases. And any one of them could be a spy for the Absolute.
Back off and return to your homes. That's an order.
Why don't you protect us instead of these scruffy outlanders?
Between you and me, I don't think there are enough flaming fists here for these refugees. Us Baldurians can't feel safe with so many of them roaming about without proper supervision.
Let's hope Archduke Gortash can make a difference.
Baldurians! Stand with me against this tide that threatens to overwhelm us.
Please just go home. You're ruining a perfectly uneventful posting with this nonsense.
The flaming fists are supposed to protect this good city, but they allow trash and vermin to take our homes and goods. Oh, another visitor, I see. Listen, we keep letting the likes of you in, soon there'll be no room left for any of us true Baldurians. Oh, my apologies. Now I hear you speak, I, of course, realise you're a local. Another bleeding heart. Piss off and take it elsewhere.
I'm not paid to debate with civilians.
No, we pay taxes for you.
You see them over there? Refugees? Ha! Naught but a cover. I know what they really are. Dyed-in-the-wool agents of the Absolute. Mark my words.
selling these vagabonds?
There's probably only a handful of rotten apples among them. Or, you know what they say about rot? It spreads quickly. Ruins the whole bunch.
The refugees can't stay here in Rivington. They're a danger to all of us.
Young lady, shut up. A word.
Back off and return to your homes. That's an order.
Why don't you protect us instead of these scruffy outlanders?
If I must.
Pardon if my eyes are all saucer-like. I didn't realize Baldur's Gate was so big. Dangerous? Oh, it's a gold mine. So many pockets to pick. Wait, I know you. You're the reason some of us got here in one piece. Thanks. And you're in luck, because we're having a special sale on some of the choice items I picked up on our way here. Fancy stuff. Want to see? Would I try to fool a Sharpie like you? Have a look. Stay Stay away from trapped chests.
Taxes for you to protect us, not these intruders.
Attention. Donations desperately needed for refugees. Every copper helps.
Donations? Do you not have ice? The refugees. If you don't have anything to donate, you can get going.
Back off and return to your homes. That's an order.
Why don't you protect us instead of these scruffy outlanders?
Let's see what you've got. Thank you. I'm sure your contribution will be greatly appreciated.
Refugees can't stay here. Danger to all of us.
Be on your way, citizen. Got a lot to keep my eye on round here.
I'm not paid to defend the civilians.
You, turn around and toddle your way right back out of here. Everything in this barn has been donated for the refugees, not you. Now piss off. Food, sundries, toys even. What would you expect for people who've lost everything? Now, are you gonna clear off or not? Guess you're not all bad. Give it here and I'll make sure it's kept safely with the other donations. Thank you. I'm sure your contribution will be greatly appreciated.
Supplies are short. Actually got here safely. Towing along my wife's sister and mother. Or maybe they towed me along, eh?
God, camping with the mother-in-law has been utter hell. Maybe I should just go on ahead into the city without her. Scouting, like.
Can't stand her, can't stand her, can't stand her! My sister-in-law. All law and no sister. Grr.
My son Garen is pleased we got this far together. But his wife's bitching is making me old before my time. Why can't he tell her to put a sock in it?
No matter where it's all, I'm sure that how she did it. I mean, Circus was always filthy, like us. They got me signed up to learn to make pots, which is dumb. I'd rather learn how to kill cultists. And I bet you'd back me up on that.
Some close calls.
I'm really worried about Umi.
Tell me. I had it easy compared to the rest of you.
Remember in Moonrise?
When Alfira sang us that song.
So, you survived. That's more than many of my kin can say. It's mainly anger that keeps me going. Zevlor was supposed to lead us, but he froze when we needed him most. I haven't seen him since the massacre on the road, which is lucky for him.
We've lost so many since Elturel.
What a sad situation. The once proud tieflings of Elturel, reduced to beggars.
We made it through hell, twice. I know now that as long as Danis and I stick together, we can do anything.
We made it alive to Baldur's Gate. Almost, anyway. But I can't complain. When I look at Bex and realize she's safe, it's hard not to weep from joy. I've heard Alfira made her way into the city.
bards can talk their way out of trouble as well as into
always
it.
smells
She sent a
nice.
message. She's at...
Washing my pits, washing my pits. This is the song when I'm... Aye! Gonna bloke not get any bleeding privacy around here. Bunch of perverts, the lot of you.
So many more could have survived if I had done...
Hail, friend! Fine day, isn't it? Forgive me, you're in no mood to talk about the weather. Your journey here was a hard one, no doubt. Is this your first time in Baldur's Gate? It's a fine city, isn't it? No better place to hail from. Used to be you'd arrive knowing you'd a full belly and a warm bed waiting for you. Not anymore. These days, there's barely enough to go around. Add the refugees on top and, well, folk aren't feeling too generous. Tensions? That's putting it mildly. Some well-to-dos in the city donated enough to see the newcomers right for the time being. Only they didn't bother helping everyone else. Locals going without while strangers feast. It stoked the fire, all right. Some Baldurians are kicking up a fuss round the front of the barn as we speak. If I wasn't wearing this uniform, I'd walk round there and teach them a lesson they'd never forget. Too bloody right. They've gone soft behind those walls, forgotten what it's like to struggle, living hand to mouth. I say we march round there and slit a few bellies, remind them how much worse things could be. What do you say? Why does it matter? Innocence makes the blood run clearer.
So, you're the lick-spittle who crushed the Bone Lord's thrall. Have you come begging, sniffing for our stones? Gortash won't like that. A throat his black hand can't choke the spit from. You'll need to bleed and carve this city if you want to turn him to grave meat. He shivers at the thought. When you find the Lordling, tell him Orin is watching.
So, Orin's a shapeshifter. Which means we can't trust anyone. Not even each other.
What?
I'm bushed. I ran for days to get someplace safe, and then found out I'm last in line to get in, because I'm a hobgoblin. As if I could change that.
They wasn't thinking. Starving folk tend not to.
If they just lined up and taken their fair shares, we've had plenty for everyone.
If one get us fed and watered.
Look at that! Finest pie fruit could have made.
You remember that spiced apple loaf we had in Waterdeep? Oh, the big one.
Practically smell it.
Shut it! Scavenge whatever you can from this mess. We'll make something out of it. Take the wood from the cart too. That'll be good for a fire, if nothing else.
Find us bloody keepers, I say.
Bloody savages, a lot of them.
We're as desperate as the rest of these savages. They just had the sense to move quicker than us.
The state of this cart. What were they thinking?
I wasn't thinking. Starving folk tend not to.
If they just lined up and taken their fair shares, we'd have had plenty for everyone.
If one get us fed and watered.
Look at that! Finest pie the fruit could have made.
You remember that spiced apple loaf we had in Waterdeep? Oh, the big one.
Practically smell it.
Shut it! Scavenge whatever you can from this mess. We'll make something out of it. Take the wood from the cart too. That'll be good for a fire, if nothing else.
Find us bloody keepers, I say.
Bloody savages, a lot of them.
We're as desperate as the rest of these savages. They just had the sense to move quicker than us.
The state of this cart. But what were they thinking?
They wasn't thinking. Starving folk tend not to.
If they just lined up and taken their fair shares, we'd have had plenty for everyone.
Glad at least one of us is doing
If one get us fed and watered.
Look at that!
So many more could have survived if we'd...
Fruit could have made.
If I
Now it's mush.
had done the right
You remember that spiced apple loaf we had in Waterdeep? Oh, the big one.
God, I can practically smell it.
Shut it! Scavenge whatever you can from this mess. We'll make something out of it. Take the wood from the cart too. That'll be good for a fire, if nothing else.
Find us bloody keepers, I say.
Bloody savages, a lot of them.
We're as desperate as the rest of these savages. They just had the sense to move quicker than us. Starving folk tend not to.
If they just lined up and taken their fair shares, we'd have had plenty for everyone. Even if we only have tankers of river.
If won't get us fed and watered.
Spiced apple loaf we had in Waterdeep? Oh, the big one.
Glad at least one of us is doing it.
I can practically smell it.
Shut it! Scavenge whatever you can from this mess. We'll make something out of it.
So many more could have survived if we...
Take the wood from the cart too. That'll be good for a fire, if nothing else.
Find us bloody keepers, I say.
Bloody savages, a lot of them.
We're as desperate as the rest of these savages. They just had the sense to move quicker than us. Starving folk tend not to.
If they just lined up and taken their fair shares, we've had plenty for everyone.
If won't get us fed and watered.
Look at that! Finest pie that fruit could have made. Now it's mush.
You remember that spiced apple loaf we had in Waterdeep? Oh, the big one.
God, I can practically smell it.
Even if we only have tankers...
Shut it! Scavenge whatever you can from this mess. We'll make something out of it. Take the wood from the cart too. That'll be good for a fire, if nothing else.
Find us bloody keepers, I say.
Bloody savages, a lot of them.
We're as desperate as the rest of these savages. They just had the sense to move quicker than us.
The state of this car. What were they thinking?
They wasn't thinking. Starving folk tend not to.
If they just lined up and taken their fair shares, we'd have had plenty for everyone.
If won't get us fed and watered.
Look at that! Finest pie that fruit could have made. Mush.
You remember that spiced apple loaf we had in Waterdeep? Oh, the big one.
God, I can practically smell it.
Shut it! Scavenge whatever you can from this mess. We'll make something out of it. Take the wood from the cart too. That'll be good for a fire, if nothing else.
Find us bloody keepers, I say.
Bloody savages, a lot of them.
We're as desperate as the rest of these savages. They just had the sense to move quicker than us.
We'll drink to their memory.
The state of this car. What were they thinking?
They wasn't thinking. Starving folk tend not to.
If they just lined up and taken their fair shares, we'd have had plenty for everyone.
If won't get us fed and watered.
So many more could have survived if we'd
Look at that! Finest pie that fruit could have made.
had done the right things.
Now it's mush.
You remember that spiced apple loaf we had in Waterdeep? Oh, the big one.
God, I can practically smell it.
Shut it! Scavenge wherever you can from this mess. We'll make something out of it.
You made it here all on your own.
It was touch and go. Some close calls.
Take the wood from the cart too. That'll be good for a fire, if nothing else.
Find us bloody keepers, I say.
Bloody savages, a lot of them.
We're as desperate as the rest of these savages. They just had the sense to move quicker than us.
The state of this car. What were they thinking?
They wasn't thinking. Starving folk tend not to.
If they just lined up and taken their fair shares, we'd have had plenty for everyone.
If won't get us fed and watered.
Look at that! Finest pie that fruit could have made. Now it's mush.
Remember that spiced apple loaf we had in Waterdeep? Oh, the big one.
God, I can practically smell it.
We got here first, friend. You're welcome to whatever scraps we leave behind. Take the wood from the cart too. That'll be good for a fire, if not.
If you're here to fill an empty stomach, look elsewhere. Folks swarmed what little was had, stuffing their pockets. Bloody animals.
Back off! I found these apples first.
That might be worth a look.
Finest pie fruit could have made. Now it's mush.
You remember that spiced apple loaf we had in Waterdeep? Oh, the big one.
God, I can practically smell it.
Shut it! Scavenge wherever you can from this mess. We'll make something out of it. Take the wood from the cart too. That'll be good for a fire, if nothing else.
Find us bloody keepers, I say.
Bloody savages, a lot of them.
We're as desperate as the rest of these savages. They just had the sense to move quicker than us.
I share your fear, but we cannot build plans on fear. We will have to act for all our sakes.
We cannot rush into their claws again.
Wasn't
Another defeat will wipe us out.
tears will not bring our children back.
There is nothing to forgive. It is only wrong.
Rechtei Hathran Rust. Frey Valdisk Durovna. Frey Vald Iskablast.
You've clearly walked into some kind of ceremony, but it's nothing that you recognize. You do recognize the language, however. These people are Gur, a tribe of monster hunters, just like the one you met in the Hag's Swamp.
Im Orak. Nete. Krasin. Netra.
So, the impossible spawn walks among us in the blazing sun. We have been looking for you.
Hello again, my erstwhile quarry. I did not think to see you here, of all places.
The last time you came to our camp, you stole our children, our future.
When I was hunting you, I was to bring you back here, interrogate you, discover how to save our children, and then destroy you.
But things have changed. You have changed. Is it true you left your master? That you broke the spell that binds you to him? Then maybe you have a chance to redeem yourself. We have tried to save our children once already, attacking the vampire's palace at first light. Even then, it was too well defended. But you are someone he wants, someone he thinks he can control, but with powers beyond his imagining. He will throw his doors open to you, lower his defenses, and you will save the children you damned. Then we would choose revenge. We would see Cazador Zar's legacy burned to nothing, and all vampires driven from Baldur's Gate. All but you. Do this for us, and we will leave you alone. You have lived a life of violence and sin. You have stolen lives, broken families, and caused immeasurable grief. Doing this will not right those wrongs. But it will be a start. You may still be redeemed. Please go. Time is short, but we will see you again when it is done.
We can do nothing for you here. All that is left is to face the beast, Cazador.
It is good to have you with us. There is something rotten at the heart of this city. And it needs purging.
We are begging help from you, an outsider. I would follow Ulmer to the Hells and back, but this does not feel right.
To lose our children is a tragedy. To fail so utterly in saving them is something else entirely. Ulmer insists the tribe is not cursed, but I have my doubts.
I pray you will succeed where we failed. Exterminate every last vampire parasite. It is only right to mourn.
We should.
No screaming children. No laughter. No scolding words. There is only silence and pain.
Exterminated.
Our dead fought well. They died well. I hope I can live up to their example.
As long as we stand together,
The innocent will
we
suffer
can
just
never
the same.
be truly broken.
We have no good choices.
What's this?
Emotion cloud our judgment, and it's almost endless. Strategy and cool heads.
Wait for the vampires to strike here.
And let them marshal all their strength against us. I do not like that plan. Cazador's nest of Circus must be exterminated. Nothing less. Cazador's nest of Circus must be exterminated.
So we should do nothing.
Nothing less.
Just wait for the next wave. Another defeat will
Oh! All shaking? What are these bloody things?
Quite a spot, eh? Knocks the breath out of me to get up here. But the views are worth it.
something over there. Indolence breeds madness.
Let's move.
That might be worth a look.
something here. I'm just not sure what. Well, hello.
The boss is expecting you. Hasn't forgotten what you did for him at Moonrise.
A little small talk.
2 days just to get hold of a still watcher optic module. And for what? Waste of time we don't have.
Look, unless you're an expert in steel watcher gyroscopics, please get out of my light.
You think I want my clan facing down one of those walking death machines with cutlery? Then leave me to my work.
Huh? You look different when you're not trying to talk someone down from igniting a barrel of rune powder. Chuck your questions at Wulbrun. That's his job. I can make time for chatter after you know what's what.
It stopped. But it'll happen again. It keeps happening. The shivering, shaking, quaking. Don't you feel it? There's something underneath the city, inside the rock. But when I ask the stone why it shakes, it only screams. I want to go home.
You're here. Good luck. This damn city's more treacherous than the Underdark.
Ah, there you are. Good. We need to strategize. Wulbrun is planning something. Lots of moving parts. I'm still trying to suss the details myself. I am. I knew him rash, but this is unspeakable. Speak to him. Help him see sense. Someone has to.
Good to see you. Wasn't sure you'd make it to the city. Regretting it yet? I spent a lot of time thinking of worst-case scenarios while I was locked in that cell you plucked me out of at Moonrise. I didn't imagine anything as bad as this. The Gondians have handed Enver Gortash the means to bring about the end of liberty in Baldur's Gate. And the citizens have rolled out the red carpet for the new tyrant. Resistance fighters are few and far between. My iron hands, what's left of the Harpers, and you, I hope. As long as our objective is the same, the reason doesn't matter to me. We have a common enemy. But neither of us gets what we want until we deal with our biggest obstacle. The Steel Watch. They're a threat to you, me, and every man, woman, and child in this city. They act all civilized, servants of the people, but they only serve one man. When he becomes Grand Duke, it will only get worse. Laws will change, freedoms will vanish, and soon you'll be accused and sentenced before you've even committed a crime. And the fucking Gondians are to blame for all of it. They invented the Steel Watchers, and they're building an army of them. They've always been happy to provide their technology to despots in exchange for a stipend and the freedom to work in peace. They would have licked Saravok's boots, given the chance. And now they'll kiss Gortash's ring while this city screams. I had a plan to put a stop to them. But the way things are now, if we stick our heads above ground, the Watchers are on us like flies on shit. Same as it always is. Eliminate the threat. In this case, the foundry where these atrocities are produced. The Gondians are ingenious, but we're more than equal to them. There's nothing they can build that the Iron Hands can't tear down. I've built something unique for just that purpose. A room powder bomb. First of its kind. 50 wizards high on the weave couldn't summon this kind of firepower. Get the bomb inside the Gondian facility, and boom. Problem solved.
Wulbren, please. This is too far. Everyone in the foundry would be killed.
Quiet, Barkus. The adults are talking.
That's what I've been saying. There may yet be a peaceful solution.
Fine. You want to try flapping your gums in the belly of the beast, be my guest. But their idea of diplomacy is a steel fist shoved where the sun don't shine. So take the bomb. Just in case I'm right and you're wrong. As long as you see sense, I don't care when you see it. The foundry is in the lower city, down by the docks. Beautiful building, belching smoke into the sky day and night. Getting inside won't be easy, but when you do, place the bomb at the heart of the facility. Get yourself back to street level. The streets will be clear of Watchers in no time.
Now you've spoken to the big man. Good to see you. Never thought I'd meet you again, let alone fight on the same side. Glad we both made it out of Grimforge alive, and that I didn't have to use that rune powder to make a point. Larida? She was a bit surprised to find out I wasn't dead, to put it mildly. Then angry. I made it clear there was nothing between us, and after a while she finally got the message. Now we can both focus on what's actually important. Taking out the Gondians. I overheard you're gonna be helping us fight the good fight. Knew I would have regretted blowing you up. Better get on with it then. Wulbren wouldn't have put his trust in you for nothing.
Let's see. It's locked, but I can't spy a keyhole. Some other mechanism must open it.
Not a chance. Your mother will kill me.
Let the kid come. He wants to teach them refugees a lesson, right?
Look for refugees traveling on land.
The absolute army.
What's the harm in one night? Think.
Dad, what's that monster?
That's just a man in a costume. It's not real.
A Baldurian. Good. Lots of unfamiliar faces in the city these days.
Dad says there's already too many refugees, and the city can't hold any more. We've got to keep them out.
Any of the refugees give you hassle, come to us. We know how to handle them.
Do you think Dribble less than animals?
How many redcaps never travels without his friends?
Please, go ahead of us. My son is a little nervous.
I want to see Dribbles, but I don't like the monster at the door.
Just told you. Stinks of cheese. Between his piggy toes!
How dare you! What in the hells is all of this?
A necessity, good sir. The Steel Watch loves pretending sweet Rivington doesn't exist. So we have decided to protect you, dear patrons. No need to thank us. You'll be allowed in once I've done this batch. Next! Hello, hello, and welcome to the Circus of the Last Days, the finest extraplanar circus there is. Oh, this is Benjamin. Say hi, Benji.
Me!
Benji here checks all our patrons to make sure none of you are vicious murderers. Can't be too careful. We travel from plane to plane, thrilling all blessed to see us. From tempestuous Ginny to belligerent redcaps, you'll find them all here. But enough of this. The circus is a place of joy and distraction, so come inside and forget your worries.
Precisely how many red cats are missing?
Ah, the traveller returns. None can resist the allure of the Circus of the Last Days. Enter and witness our extraplanar delights. Not a problem, dear patron. Benji just has to check if you're a vicious murderer. Benji?
Ah! Brain juice smells like piss and iron. No like.
Oh, well, that's a first. Usually I'd allow you in, but in these times, I can take no chances. Move along. No circus for you. I hope you're good. The Redcaps got a little too excited when the last one nicked himself. Welcome to the circus. A motley crew of misfits and morons. We're happy to have you.
How many red cats?
The creepy monster thing.
They let in another horde of refugees this morning. When's it gonna stop?
The Circus of the Last Days has returned. See Dryads, Jinn, and Dribbles the Clown back with a new act.
Did you see that bloody ghoul at the entrance? Sniffing us of all things. What kind of circus is this?
Enjoying the show? Then you're going to love Dribbles. He's about to perform on stage.
You know what you need? A ripper of a ballad. Prepare your heart. Nay, your very soul.
No. Still no. Off limits. Leave now.
city of stone and steel is an endless scream in nature's womb. I have felt no peace here. Until now, your eyes, Stira. There is pain, endless and deep, but also devotion, blazing like the sun. You're in love, are you not? You are wise to admit it. When it comes to love, vulnerability is armor, truth a sword, and trust a shield. I pray you wield all three, Stira. Bring the one you love to me. I will look into your hearts and see if your love is eternal or doomed eternally.
I don't see the harm.
Close your eyes, little ones. Be still as stone to earth. And remember to breathe. I see you. I see the bond between you. So tender, so fragile. But do you see it for yourselves? Lae'zel, passion of the heart and blade wage war in her soul. Listen, think. What does she most desire?
You hear my words, you see my path. It is good to be known.
Hear how your bond thrums with pleasure. Strong, vital, pulsing with affection. Many things delight the heart, but only one makes it sing. Tell me, what is the Githyanki's fondest memory?
A small delight indeed. I did not want their friendship. I wanted their fear.
The sweetest loves dance lightly on the tongue, but now we must dig deeper, into the most painful reaches of the spirit. Life is brief, finite. When the warrior dies, what legacy will she leave behind?
I will carry the truth to my people, whatever it might mean. Only time will tell how I'm remembered. I should know not to underestimate you. You see me with clear eyes and an open mind.
How close you are. Two hearts beating a perfect rhythm. But I know the truth. Only one face haunts your dreams each night. Close your eyes, sweetness, and she will come to you.
Still rolling in the muck, I see. Gortash knows you are coming. Knows you have the Bone Lord's stone. Do not let him hiss hot air into your worm-weakened brain. Oh, your bond will not save you. He will wrap its cord around your neck and make you swing from it. Remember, his throat spits lies, but my blade carves the truth. You will read it on your skin soon enough.
She's playing with us. But what the hell's is her game?
Viola Silvertongue at your service, or I will be, once my set is done.
Not now! I must provide musical support for Miss Silvertongue.
Scummy ball bag, move! I got to clean!
Oh, Mr. Hag. Miss her stink.
Do not stand too close. The flames have a life of their own.
Mum won't let me touch the animals. Bet you don't have to ask your mum to pet a stupid cat.
Hey, maybe steer clear of the beasties. One of them is near Rabbit, and the other is looking at us like we're supper.
Crimson, please, oh please.
Maybe later, Peanut. He doesn't look too good.
I think...
Don't get too close, or Crimson here might decide you look tasty.
I don't like the totty. She looks scary.
Don't get too close. Beasties are hungry, and you look like food.
Buddy the dog is my very best friend. Do you know why? Why? Because with him, anything is possible. Way!
Can we not find a more pleasant amusement? Gouging out our own eyeballs, perhaps?
Did you hear about the scarecrow who lost a fight? He got the stuffing kicked out of him. Way! Oh, you're all such good friends. I've had a wonderful time, but I have to go. Oh, well, if you insist. How about a magic trick? But first, I need a volunteer with nerves of steel and the heart of a lion. Who will it be? Who?
The hair on the back of your neck raises as a shiver passes through you.
You, my special assistant. Come on up.
You've been here before, and you'll be here again. The clown is sizing you up, getting your measure. It's a trap, one that this clown is eager to spring.
Come now! Don't be a cowardly Connie! Perhaps you need a little encouragement! Now! Up! Double sharp! Or poor Buddy here might think you don't like him. A round of applause for the stalwart heart! Now, I always tell children that they're special, that each and every one of them is unique.
You notice the clown reaching for something behind his back.
Tell me, what makes you special? No, it's not that silly head of yours. You, my friend, are the most special person in the circus, in all of Baldur's Gate. Does anyone know why?
Why?
You're special, my friend, because I have a message just for you. Praise the Absolute.
You sense something behind you. Instinct takes over.
So eager to bleed. Praise the Absolute. Is this part of the show? Favors the fearless.
Shall we cut and run? On my way.
to move. Swift and lethal. My path be true.
Fleet of foot.
Got to press on.
The victor's path.
Victory awaits. On the move.
This feels good.
my time.
On the move.
Quickly.
Forever dauntless. Fleet of foot.
Taking position.
This is my time.
I will ascend. I will not know failure.
Let's finish this.
A shapeshifter. And here I thought that I'd slayed a clown.
My scales will take forever to clean this place up. Dribbles, why do you have to go missing now of all times?
took those bastards down like it was nothing. It was amazing.
I thought you were part of the show at first, but that was real.
You started that fight. I saw it with my own 2 eyes. You're a monster.
Keep it quiet.
Dribbles? He can't be dead. He can't.
This way. Yes, please.
That might be worth a look.
Interesting.
Ginny! Ginny, I'm scary! What about the Dribble? I heard there's a new show with Buddy the dog.
Assume nothing. I will take my pick.
What now? Tread lightly.
Oh, how could Madame Lucretius let this happen? And what are you doing here? Ad!
Fine.
How could this happen? To Dribbles? To my home? Can't believe we had to rely on a stranger to save us. No offense.